And I think that's a great place to start this conversation, because I think all of us have thought something about dopamine. We've certainly heard about it to one degree or another, but I think that whole idea of pleasure and pain in sort of a balance with one another is a really important thing for us to understand. Really important thing for us to understand of how it's affecting our life, and to be mindful of when I pursue pleasure in one area of my life, pain is a necessary follower of that pleasure. So if I experience something incredibly pleasurable, I am going to require after that pleasure a trough of reward in whatever comes next, right? And
Yeah.
this is the neuroscience answer for why guys experience intense shame, guilt after they do something that they know is not good for them or that they hate doing, and they experience intense feelings of badness, if you will, about that thing. This is that, or lethargy or laziness, apathy is that experience of, well, there is no reward for real life that comes after I flood my system with all this dopamine, because it's gone until you go through that trough and start to
Yep.
build back up.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. One thing that comes to mind is just, so what's different between porn and masturbation and uh, making love to my wife, which is also a very pleasurable experience and a significant amount of dopamine release. The other neurochemical that doesn't get enough headlines is serotonin. And serotonin is, certainly you get some serotonin from healthy food, but also through deep connection. And the deeper, less stimulating moments of choosing love and presence with your spouse. So when someone has healthy levels of serotonin is like kind of like the soft bedding that helps you fall from a dopamine spike, which would be having sex. And then certainly there's a fall after you have sex, like, wow, that was awesome. Now there's the afterglow, let's say, but the fall of it. But when you have the serotonin, like, this is how these systems that God has built. So I just want to give a shout out to serotonin to build that up. And I haven't actually done a lot of research on all the different ways you can increase your serotonin levels, but healthy connection, community, even food. I think tryptophan is one of the things that are released that help you have a soft kind of baseline for when you come off high, even just like natural goods from dopamine being released. But I relate on so many levels. One of our, most notable books that we've both appreciated is this book, Addiction and Grace. And basically, one of his premises is to be alive is to be addicted. And to be addicted is to be in need of God's grace. So we were created for attachment. We were created to connect with others, with creation, with God, with ourselves, and we form these attachments. And neuroscience is revealing the why and the how it works, where we form these attachments with certain things, and it's never enough. And we always want, and like you were saying earlier, dopamine is like the motivation neurochemical, where it drives you. Where if you have a mouse that doesn't have the receptors there in their brain, they literally won't reach out for the food that's right in front of them, and they will starve to death because that motivating chemical is not there. It's not. Y'all have probably heard that it's not, dopamine isn't necessarily these. Oh my gosh, what is it? It's not about this, the pleasure, but it's about it's not the pursuit of pleasure, it's the pleasure of pursuit.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll drive you. That's the gift of dopamine, is it drives you out there.